Hey everyone, Combo here, back with another Empires and Puzzles video, and today we are on day 2 of the Nature Mythic Titan Baba Yaga, not to be confused with Baby Yaga, which I kept on calling it that yesterday. My apologies about that. And in today's video, I'm going to feature my second set of 6 flags. Real quick before we get started, if you do enjoy this video or find it helpful, hit that like button, make sure you're subscribed to my channel, and turn that notification bell on so you can be alerted of when I drop new content. So yesterday I finished with just under 30 million for my 6 flags. My highest score was just under 6 million at 5.9 million. I used the same red team for 3 flags and the same purple team for 3 flags. So today we are going to use a yellow team for a couple flags, a green team using Guardian Chameleon for at least 1 flag, depending on how it goes, maybe 2 flags. I may mix in another red team, but today, first, we're going to start off with this yellow holy team. I've got Guardian Gazelle, who makes it so that the other 4 allies besides her get plus 110% attack with the dancing from her effect. I've got Leonidas, who gives minus 54% defense against holy for 4 turns. I've got Goldie for the growth factor from her for the plus 100 attack. I've got Guardian Gazelle, who gives a stack at a max of 10 with minus 6% defense. So they're going to get minus 60% defense eventually after he goes off twice. And then I've got Vivica's version of her where she gives minus 44% defense for 4 turns. And I've positioned these 5 heroes so that the 3 in the middle are the ones who benefit from the hurricanes the most. So I'm going to use my first hurricane on the 3 heroes on the left, and then the 3 heroes on the right, and then the next 3 will be on the 3 in the middle. I'm likely going to use this for 2 flags, maybe 3. If I can score over 3 million the first 2 flags, then I probably will use this team 3 times. This would be my secondary red team that I'm going to use against this Mythic Titan. Probably maybe 1 or 2 flags. It's not as good as my other one. I am going to reuse Ceres. He's the only hero that is being reused. I used him for 3 flags already, but I want him for the Wither effect. And then I've got Pepper Flame for growth for herself, Ceres and Isidore. I've got the elemental defense down version of Colin, and then I've got Hammer Clang, who makes it so that the Mythic Titan will get 30% extra damage. I think it's 30%, right? Yeah, plus 30% extra damage for 3 turns, yeah. And this is the Guardian Chameleon team that I am considering using as well. I will probably use this for at least 1 flag just to test it out. So what Guardian Chameleon does is that he removes all status effects from the enemies first, and then changes the element of all enemies to the element that they are strong against for 4 turns. So this is a green Titan, so he is strong against blue, so he's going to basically turn him into a blue Mythic Titan, but I can only fire him once. If I continue to fire him, then it's going to continue to change him. I may need to fire him a second time, like toward the end of the battle after I start running out of materials and have to start making matches. And then he also gives plus 54% attack for 4 turns and plus 36% critical chance for 4 turns. So definitely a very interesting hero. I actually pulled him in the instant portal, maxed already at 4.80. I did add emblems on him and went the attack path to make his attack a little bit higher, since I'm primarily only going to use him for Mythic Titans if this even works. This is actually my first time using Guardian Chameleon on a Mythic Titan. And then I've got Evelyn for the elemental defense down. I did strip her of her emblems a while back because I don't really use her for wars, but she has the highest elemental defense down for nature that I've got on my roster. I could use Grendel, but it's only minus 40% elemental defense down against nature. He does have a higher attack stat, but I've only got him single limit broken, and I'd rather have the higher elemental defense down. I've got Grimsteel in here, of course, for the attack growth, and he'll help with the mana increase, which is going to help more by like the 2nd and 3rd flags. I've got Franz in here because of the plus 50% extra damage, and then I've got Tarlak in here as another attack booster. All allies get plus 80% normal attack for 5 turns. The normal attack is increased by plus 20% each turn. This effect can be active in addition to effects that alter attack in general. Normal attacks can have a total maximum of plus 160%. So the Titan banner is going to be a little less effective because I've got Guardian Chameleon, and I'd rather have the higher attack stat from that. So I probably will swap out the Titan banner for something else. Maybe the large mana pot. We'll have to see what happens when I get to this team. All right, without further ado, let's get into these 6 Mythic Titan flags. So I ended with just under 50 million on this Mythic Titan, which means I hit for about 19 million today. The first yellow team I used definitely did not do as good as I was hoping. I think the fact that I only had a growth hero with Goldie and she was only adding like 100 growth at a time, and I didn't have any Wither heroes to bring down the defense of the Mythic Titan. I think that's the biggest reason why I was not able to get high scores for the yellow team. And then the green team with Guardian Chameleon and Grimsteel, unfortunately, just did not have enough oomph for an attack stat from those green heroes that I brought. Two of them didn't even have emblems on them. So I think we only scored like 1.5 or 1.6 million with that team also. And then I decided to go back to my backup red team and eventually even brought back in Costume Arjana and Costume Wilbur for the very last flag, and those red teams still performed extremely well, even with Ceres being in there for like 6 battles, I think. Definitely feel like I could have hit 50 million if I used more variations of red heroes, but it is what it is. I was definitely happy with the gameplay that I had as far as the order of using hurricanes, tornadoes, scrolls of alteration, and mixing in the Titan banners when I could. If you feel like I could have done anything differently, definitely drop a comment down below and let me know how your Baba Yaga Mythic Titan hits went. And that is going to do it for today's video. I hope you did enjoy it or found it helpful. And if you did, hit that like button. Make sure you're subbed to my channel, and I'll catch you guys next time.